Hello, this is Lobber, and this is my first ever commentary, vodcast, whatever you want to call it. And we have our first real Hall of Fame contender replay going on here. We got a match between Sparta, full team there, and 4/5 of Sexy Time and one random, who we were assured is pretty good. And though I played in this game, I plan to commentary it anyway. And from GDI, looks like we got double support, double offense, single defense over here. Um, from Nod, we got, looks like we're already going for a green tib and going for the enemy tib already. For Nod, we have, looks like 3 offense, 1 defense, 1 support. And Nod already capturing that first green tib there. GDI looks to do the same soon. And we got Nicole already deploying at that middle uplink tower for Nod, getting a couple Marauders out there. Probably going to go harass the enemy blue tib. Not sure how successful it will be. You got some Shepherds there. And looks like GDI now getting their green tib. We got Elvin landing here at the blue tib. We got Bulldogs going for it. You got, well, it looks like Raiders got it. Looks like Nod will be able to keep that. Over here we got just a couple of Raiders and a Marauder going after it. Not going to be able to do anything with the Engineer on that Shepherd there. And Nod now capturing their tip. Looks like Bulldogs might be able to come in here, get this blue tib. And it looks like GDI is going to blow that up. That's why I always like to capture my Tiberium with a medium unit so you can't get Bulldog or Raider rushed like that. Looks like Nod capturing their enemy north uplink tower. Green ladding for Nod again. We got a battle going on here in the middle already. You got Hunters and Bulldogs against Raiders Avengers. And it looks like Nicole's getting her crawler pretty killed. You got a mix of Orcas and Shepherds here. Not too much you can do against that. It looks like first player dropped for GDI. If you've read the comments, you know that it's pretty much a 4 versus 5 all game. And not much Nod support can do against that Orca Shepherd combo. Because you got your Cobras that can deal with the Shepherds, but you need a lot of Venoms to deal with the Orcas, and you just don't have the time for that in the early game. Looks like Nicole deploying. Not sure if that's the greatest idea with all these armies here. Short one already retreating. Looks like we might have had Tiberium blow up over there by Nod with a bunch of those Raider buggies. And big battles and stuff. We got Centurions and Raiders. But it looks like these Orcas are just going to force the Nod player to retreat. Not going to be able to do much here. GDI has recaptured their uplink tower over there. And right now we got node majority for Nod, which will help them, even though it looks like they're losing the majority of the battle. Centurion's looking like they'll be killed now, and then another Avenger push. You got a mixture of Orcas, Hunters, and a couple Titans here. And it doesn't look like Nod just has enough units over here to deal with that. Maybe if they regrouped, you got 3 people here, and they're all just kind of doing their own thing, all spread out, whereas you got 3 GDI players all in one very confined area. Nod capturing their blue tib. It looks like Nod did successfully blow up the enemy blue tib there. And GDI and Nod capturing their greens. And still, GDI being able to hold this center area very well. These Orcas giving Nod a lot of trouble. Nod offense, they can go attack bikes, they can go mantises, but you need a lot of them to deal with Orcas, and it's kind of hard to do when you got Titans and Hunters. Now I'm just going to turn on the attack bars here, or the health bars for this little engagement. See, already, because Hunters got a lot of upgrades here, so even though they are a little bit outnumbered, they look like they'll be able to push. And it's because Hunters got that combat assimilation thing. They upgrade extras. And these Orcas just going to clean up here. Nothing GDI can do here. Nod can do. Got Nod with a bunch of attack bikes here, looking to take out some of these Orcas. Getting attacked by these Titans and Hunters, but they're not going to take much damage. Light units are good that way. Nod still has node majority and point majority. For Tiberium, I believe it's completely even once GDI captures that. 1 blue blown for each team, 1 captured, and just all the greens so far. Elvin, I don't know if he'll be able to keep his crawler here. It's being attacked by this big, strong GDI unit mix. It's very hard to counter. Looks like these attack bikes are going to leave now. They did kill quite a few of these orcas here. Now it looks like this defensive player is going to get triple team. Not much he's going to be able to do here. He's actually walking his Centurions in, trying to specifically target the crawler. Not probably the best idea with 3 units against an army to target a crawler. Now you got these rocket pods. They're probably not going to be able to do too much. Maybe kill 1 or 2 units. Probably better off just outright retreating or probably even decommissioning your crawler as soon as you saw that army. You got Venoms, Cobras, and a single Scalpel over here. And let's see, what are we doing now? Big battle over this Tiberium. Not sure if GDI is going to be able to get that or not. It looks like GDI might be able to take that outright. Oh, Nod's going to have to blow that up. That will create a bit of an opening for Nod here because there's a lot of GDI over there. It's going to blow up pretty big, and looks like GDI had a little bit of trouble over here, but they'll probably be able to get that fine. And you see a Hunter going down there. Now it's taken out a rock pod, so even losses from that Tib blow, it looks like. Probably GDI got the worst end of it. Now you got Sonic Artillery on this one crawler here, and it's going down. Now, the Nod player who was defense there should probably decommission these turrets right here because it doesn't give points, and they're not going to survive. They're not useful at all. And Elvin trying to make a little bit of a stand over here, just with some engineers and Avengers, but you already got an army of heroic and epic level hunters. Gonna be tough, especially with these hammerheads getting in there. They do give increase to rate of fire, and they do quite a bit of damage themselves. And Short One, looks like he's respawned his defense, also trying to make a little bit of hold, but he's going to have to run away. This army of GDI is very mobile, very damaging. And we got even node control again. Looks like GDI actually took the node majority for the first time this game. Nod has a very slight point advantage, but going to have to... Now, GDI does have the map in half. They have the middle and far left uplink tower and the far right north uplink tower, so Nod can do quite a bit with that. They can all spawn at any one of these and make their own push. Now, we got a subterranean spike power here doing a lot of damage to these Titans and this crawler over here, but I don't think they're going to be able to take out the crawler. Now, you just have this laser gun rocket cannon. You got almost every single unit damage type right here in a big army. Not much you can do. And Sonic Artillery, you can't have your crawlers right next to each other like that, just asking to die. Now, both these Nod players going to go down. It's probably not the greatest play over there. Now, it looks like we're actually making a bit of a push here, Nod. We got these harassing bikes and buggies still, going after the Tib almost all game, and acting a little bit like anti-air. Nod completely losing this north area again. But we are making a pretty successful push here, because we got this harassment over here, and defense on defense at a T2 level, I believe Nod usually wins just because of the flame column. Really does come down to unit choice and micro over there. And Nicole, all by herself over here right now, got some tyrants to try and deal with those hammerheads when they do come up. Hijacker, just always good to have a hijacker. Very nice unit mix, pretty much one of everything here, but Nicole probably not going to be able to do too much damage with the units she's got there against 3 opponents. And it looks like the Nod push over here is being relatively successful. You got those bikes and buggies trying to just weed out these infantry, take a lot of damage just so this defensive player can make their own stand. We have another defensive Nod crawler spawning over here. Very nice, utilizing that uplink tower there. Over here, Nicole barely making the crawler out of there. Looks like it's going to go down. It's another crawler lost. GDI has quite a bit of a point advantage now and node advantage. It'll be very tough, but you do have a very strong Nod presence over here. You've got 2 defensive players, and you got some Avengers. You got units from all 5 players from Nod over here, and a couple crawlers. Looks like a third crawler spawning over there. You got these Black Hand dealing with these turrets, and you got a lot of heavy units over here, which in this case I think is a good choice. You got heavy gun units because Nod defense mostly they're going to be using infantry. If Nod did get a few more Reapers out there, it'd do great damage against these Hammerheads and Armadillos you got there. Now all the GDI units coming over from the right here, making a push, gonna force Nod to run away at least a little bit over here. Now you got flame column, flame column, flame column, flame column, flame column, flame column. Oh, looks like another artillery strike's gone down over here. This is gonna force Nod to this area of the map. Now you still got Nicole and KO just doing their